Hi, I'm David from MKDVB, and when I heard about the Chase Bliss Habit, my first thought was, can it replace my favorite parts of the Blooper? That's the stability, the tape speed effects, and the filter. More importantly, can it do it in real time? After the open, it's the Blooper versus the Habit. Let's get it on. My favorite part of the Blooper has got to be the stability. And for the Habit, Chase Bliss have reworked the stability where the first half of the knob provides the tape vibe and the wow and flutter without any noise or hiss. And then the second half of the knob adds the noise and the hiss back in. The Blooper, on the other hand, allows you to customize the amount of noise on the stability knob by just plugging your pedal into a computer via the USB cable. Let's see how they sound. So one of my favorite things I like to do with the Blooper is to take a track like this, which sounds like it would really do well with some vintage vibe, and use the stability along with the filter to kind of really transform the sound and give it that vintage feel to it. Now, to keep this a fair fight, I'm only going to use stability because Habit allows allows only one modifier at a time, and stability is one of those, versus Blooper, which has stability on its own knob. Let's go ahead and switch it to 9 o'clock. You can already hear the noise. It's coming through pretty clearly. Let's go ahead and up it to 12 o'clock. So yeah, both the noise and the fluctuations are pretty audible at noon. Let's go ahead and sync it up to 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's pretty wobbly at that point. But I think it's still very usable, right? I mean, the noise is really loud, the hiss and the crackle, the fluctuations are pretty dramatic, but it still sounds very musical to me. I would love to stick some reverb on this and just, yeah. Let's go ahead and see 3 o'clock. At what point does it become too much? 3 o'clock is about the, yeah, so at 3 o'clock, let's go ahead and go to about 2 o'clock. Yeah, so it feels like the fluctuations are really noticeable, even though, and the noise, the tape hiss and the crackling is there too, but I might want it a little bit more balanced, which is I might want more crackle. Let's go ahead and take it to 3. Yeah, those fluctuations are pretty prominent there, but I still think it's pretty usable. You know, I think I might prefer the Bloopers better. It seemed like the noise to fluctuation ratio was more to my liking. But that brings up an important point about the Blooper, is that you can actually attach it to your computer and adjust the noise level on the stability knob as part of the features set of the Blooper. You can't do the same thing with the Habit, and that's probably why they went ahead and gave you that option to have the noiseless on the back, the first half of that knob. Which, let's go ahead and, well, you know, let's go ahead and max this out and see what it sounds like. Yeah, at 4 o'clock it's getting to be more of like an effect. Right, and at 5 o'clock it's just maxed in. But let's go ahead and go the other way to the noiseless stability. So there's that, what, 10 o'clock or so? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. I don't really know if I would really use the stability without the noise. To me, they kind of go hand in hand. I guess if you just want some fluctuations in the pitch, then you can see where it becomes again an effect, a drugged out effect there. So that's the Habit, stability. Let me know in the comments what you think. Which one did you prefer? Habit, Blooper? The Blooper is a great FX box with its 2 customizable modifiers and a separate stability knob, but it can't do it in real time. It can almost get there if you get the loop short enough, but there's too much of a lag for me to play along to it. Now, I don't use loopers very much as a part of my normal workflow, which is why I've sold 2 bloopers in the past, and I'm on my 3rd one right now. But I keep coming back to it because I love the sounds I get from it when I do use it. Now, for the habit, Chase Bliss specifically mentioned in the manual that it can be used as a real-time effect if we turn down the size and the span knobs. So let's test it out. Okay, so we're going to try testing out the stability in real time. Now, the manual mentions that there's a little bit of a lag. We'll see if the lag makes it unplayable. Yeah, it's really close. It's closer than the blooper, but the lag is slow enough that it makes you want to slow down in response to it. So let's see what it sounds like if we add in just a little bit the dry signal. Let's see if we can we can get away with that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna. So the stability as a real-time effect, I don't think is gonna happen with the habit either. But let's try it as an Octaver. So we put it on A1. I think it's the tape speed. Those sound the same. Now on the Octaver's side, it doesn't sound as bad. Like there's a little bit of a lag. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it dry. So if I did it completely dry on Octaver sound, I mean, it would have the same problem as the stability. Whoa, actually, it doesn't. Well, no, I feel like I can play the Octaver in real time. It's not as noticeable. Yeah, it's not as noticeable. I wouldn't play an Octaver like that just solo anyways. I would just pitch down the synthesizer and play it an octave down. So the thing would be to play them both together, right? A little loud. It's got that little beating there. I don't know, I've tried to turn down the repeats to kind of get rid of that. But you can still hear it. Right, so if I turn up the repeats, it just kind of drags, kind of smears over it a little, but you can still hear the beating, clicking sound. So it's not a perfect Octaver either. But it's pretty cool. So what did you think of the habit as an Octaver pedal? Let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit like and subscribe. By the way, I also have some affiliate links posted in the description if you're thinking about picking one of these up. The 2 pedals have very different approaches to looping. The blooper requires much more intentionality. You have to actively set the loop, and then you have to actively manipulate the knobs to arrive at a new place. But the results can be magical. The habit doesn't care about your intentions. The 3-minute memory loop interacting with the spread and the scan controls allows for a whole universe of pseudo-random musical interactions and explorations that the blooper can't offer and that you never intended. It's kind of like having that bandmate that would take your ideas to a totally different place from where they originally started or from where you actually intended them to go. A few nights ago, I documented my first 12 minutes with a Chase Bliss habit. You can see the video link in the corner. Now, to be honest, I wasn't that thrilled with any of the sounds that I pulled that night. And by the end of it all, I was already thinking ahead to making my why I sold my Chase Bliss habit video. There's been a lot of them for trade and for sale already on the message boards and on Reddit. right? Hit me up in the comments if you've seen that. But if I'm really going to compare the Blooper to the Habit, I need to do a loop off. And I thought, why not run it back with that very same Moog Subharmonicon sequence? Pretty much the same as the one we did for that first 12 minutes video. Turn up the stability, because I always like my loops to have some of this stability in there, or a lot, I guess. And then I have a modifier. I think it's the pitch speed. We're gonna kind of turn that into some bongo sounding stuff, right? And then let's bring back in the Subharmonicon. It's playing the same sequence, but I've adjusted some of these settings here. The cutoff, and especially the reverse envelope on the filter. And let's add in the Spec Tempus on echo, so it's got reverb and delay on this one. Really like this pedal, it's really useful. So versatile, it's got some really cool elbows too. So that's the clean. Sounds like a John Hassel kind of third world, fourth world kind of rhythm there. It's pretty cool. This is not playing, so just to prove it, see? It's not playing, it's just... So who won the loop off? Let me know who you thought won the loop off in the comments. Blooper versus Habit. Who wins? After that first night, I didn't think that the Habit was going to be long for my rig. But after a couple more days with it, it may now be my favorite Chase Bliss pedal. It just has this ability to completely transmogrify your material into something musical and beautiful, especially if you turn off that auto scan. But this isn't a death match. The Habit and the Blooper complete each other. So the signal chain here is the Habit, right? And I've just was noodling the Sequential X into it, just kind of random noodlings. It's pretty cool already, I think. And right now the Habit's got its modifier, which is the filter, the high pass, kind of cleaned that bottom in a little bit. Then next in the signal chain, we're going to go into the UAFX Astra, and I'm using I think the harmonic trem on this. Let's do that next. So there's a harmonic trem. Let's turn on the reverb to get it in stereo. On the Blooper, anyway, yeah, so you can do 3. So I'm going to get the stability, the tape speed, and the high pass filter. Kind of remove some of that kind of transient attack edge. Stability first. Too much. The high pass filter next. And then tape speed. So kind of slowing it down, lowering it a little bit, gives it a really cool quality, I think. let that run for a little bit.